I think one of the things that came to mind to me, Esther, when you were talking about, yeah, when you were talking about the affirmations and that whole piece was just also this idea of hope, right? That's people, it sounds nice. I mean, right now, not to bring in US politics, but in the past there was this whole big idea of hope, and now again there's this kind of idea of hope in certain, demographics and I guess whatever. But I guess that could apply to any situation, right? In the country or in our lives. But this idea of just kind of hoping for a particular outcome. Like I want this particular outcome. Yeah, I don't know. Something about that just kept coming to me. Oh, that's what I was going to say was with these with the belief systems, you talked about Caroline of um how this belief still has a strong power over me. And Esther, you mentioned the same thing. But one of the things that's very clear is I don't even know that I'm operating from that place. I don't even know that I have these beliefs that I have. I'm totally clueless, totally unaware to the belief systems that are driving my behavior, to the belief
Yeah.
systems that are influencing me to react and respond to people or situations in a particular way. And I'm wondering, why is my life like this? Or why are the results of my sessions like this? Or how come I'm not getting these results? Or how come people are reacting to me in this way? But it's all because of this stuff that's all below the tip of the iceberg, right? That
Yeah.
classic analogy that we use. I mean, the subconscious is one thing, but there's stuff, and we talk about in PaRama body talk, the most advanced level of body talk about how there's even stuff below the subconscious, stuff that you're totally unaware of, because the subconscious is accessible, right? We can remember things, we dream. That's a realm that we can dip into and retrieve information from the subconscious, but there's this whole vast unknown, right? That's still kind of coming up and being expressed through us in our lives, totally unconsciously. And then we wonder, like, why is life such a struggle? Why is everything so difficult? Why aren't things happening the way that I I believe they should happen, or the way I want them to happen, or according to my vision board, or whatever? Um, that's the piece that I wanted to chime in there. That oftentimes in just most and the amount of belief systems that we have that reside in the unconscious, it's infinite, it seems. I mean, it's really just, yeah. So the idea of just tapping something out, and even that is contrary to the philosophy and the understanding underpinning body talk and breakthrough in the life sciences. That's why in body talk we talk about revealing a formula, right? It's always there. It's always there, just unaware that it's there. So then, as this kind of body mind mechanism, right, my senses are able to access and retrieve and reveal something that's always there. And with that idea of objectivity. So now, with breakthrough, having breakthrough as that foundation for active memory or these other modalities or techniques, like, oh, now I can see that it's there. But as you said, it has less and less power over me because now I know that it's there.
Yeah.
Right. So what gives it its power is that I don't know that it's there, is my lack of consciousness, my lack of awareness of all of the dynamics, right, that tie into that sit with that. So it's more than just I'm going to do this technique and it's going to be neutralized. It's more than principles of consciousness. I'm going to anchor in individuation, and now it's going to be no longer an issue. It's so much. more than that. Because when I have, now that I have all, after, this time working with BreakThrough, teaching BreakThrough for some time, practicing, studying, investigating, all the concepts of BreakThrough, with that understanding, I see more and more that something like, what people are taught with active memory or with the principles of consciousness technique and anchoring in individuation. I mean, that technique is huge to anchor in individuation. It's huge when I have the understanding of BreakThrough.
Yeah.
Till then, it's kind of, I mean, yes, people get results, but it's up here. As a practitioner in this vocation that I've been sucked into, it's my responsibility to get the most out of it as I can,
Yeah.
to really tap into and access everything that there is to offer from this technique. And the way that I do that is through BreakThrough. It dives deep and anchors me,
Yeah.
be that anchor for my clients, which then helps to anchor them and anchor the technique. I mean, again, I could go off, but I think it's so important.
You stated really well. And you know what, John and I, it's not by any accident or coincidence that we evolved these systems together. And me in particular, BreakThrough. And we always saw, I mean, BreakThrough and life sciences and BodyTalk as the other wing of the bird, that they are integral to one another. And to go back, so anyone listening who hasn't done BreakThrough, just that it's not an analytical process. It's not, in the usual sense. One of the things I love is just the very simple exploration of connotation of words. And you mentioned the word hope. And that one, whenever I have worked with, a group of people, I just say, so what is hope? And they just reel off, whatever that comes to them. So first of all the things that come in the conscious mind, and then start of what comes out of the gut, and invariably we'll get to the end of the list and they'll go, without hope, life has no meaning. Or without hope, I'm nothing. Or without hope, I'm nobody. So that means they're living depending on this word, this sort of elusive word. Simple thing. And then life has no meaning. And there you have another word. So, does life have to have meaning? Does it have to be? Well, yes. If life has no meaning, there's no purpose. Then you have another word, purpose. Yes. So what is purpose? See, so it's all about something to cling on to, something to hold on to. Yeah. So, yes, you spoke really well. John would have loved to hear you talk, Ben.